We like to come together in community because unity has this thing that we do when we come together, and that is we focus on the things that bring us together, not the things that divide us. We let all that happen out there, right? And God knows there's enough of it, right? But unity has this unique thing that we believe in called the indwelling Christ, and the indwelling Christ is something that we believe when Jesus was here, he talked about. And that's really what his message was, is that each and every one of us inside of us has this piece of the divine, and that piece of the divine is our birthright. And we can never be separated from it, or we can never be separated from God, ever. But what happens is we forget that. And you can really see it, and I think what's so fun is when you see an innocent little baby child, and you look at that baby child, and you can see them glow. Gigi, Erica's beautiful little girl, is something that every single time I look at Gigi, my heart melts because she's reminding me, hey, don't forget where you came from. That little baby can actually fire up this, what I call a homing device that's inside of us that says, oh yeah, that thing that's inside of you is alive and well, and you're never without it because of who and what you are. But what happens is we start growing up and we have a tendency to forget that. And then we start believing a bunch of stuff about ourselves that isn't necessarily true. And then before you know it, we're living our lives feeling completely disconnected from ourselves, completely disconnected from God, source, whatever you want to call it. Him, her, it, they, right? And then we forget that connection, which is meant to be the greatest gift that we have. And then so we live our lives without that connection. And that's not easy because, just being honest, sometimes life isn't easy. And it's like when you don't believe that you're connected to yourself, or you're not connected to source, you're not connected, and you don't have the ability to connect with that, it can get really, really hard. I know because I've been there. And I know what it's like to feel like I'm in this thing alone. And I know what it's like to feel like I'm not loved. And I know what it's like to feel like nobody cares. I've been there, I've done it. And it's not a fun place to be. And so once I walked in those doors over 45 years ago, all of a sudden I was like, this is a pretty cool gig. You mean to tell me I can kind of hang out with a bunch of like-minded people that are trying to figure out their own divinity and figure out their way home, which is what we call it, and then we can come together in community and we can share that with each other. And we can hold each other and we can be with each other and we can talk with each other about, hey, this is what's going on in my life. This is what's going on inside of me right now. This is what's alive, and this is what's happening. How about you? And then we come together and we get to share our stories with each other. And the thing that I love about it is each and every one of you, dink, 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 has got your own little story. And it's beautiful. And it's absolutely perfect for you. Our belief is that before you came down here, your soul wanted to learn a thing or two. Some people will call that remember a thing or two, but it doesn't matter. You came down here to learn some things, to remember some things. And so often what happens when that's the case, we have a tendency to think that we've done something wrong, that we've screwed it up, that somehow or another we're flawed, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, what do you do with that? It kind of puts you in a tough spot, right? And that's what makes, I think, for me, unity such a beautiful place, because we get to actually come together and remind each other, hey, you're okay. You're beautiful. You're needed. You're heard. You're valued. You're important. And that's what you're always going to hear when you come here because of who and what you are. You are a reflection. You are brilliant. It takes a lot of courage to be here right now. A lot. It's not easy. And so I sure am glad you're here, each and every one of you, because each and every one of you is going to create what we're going to do this morning. And I really hope it's fun. And I hope you take away a nugget or two that might help you in your day or your week or your month or maybe your life. I don't know. But the thing that's great, no matter what happens, is we get to do it together. So it's not about Mike, it's not about Ian, it's not about Don, and yet it's very much about Mike and very much about Ian and very much about Don and very much about you, because we get to create it together collectively. So I say, think about that when you sit there and go, what would I like to happen this morning in this place? Would I like it to be beautiful, magical? Do I need some healing? Do I need some love? Do I need support? Or am I on the mountaintop and I can be the tree that can hold somebody that's really struggling? Where are you at? It just depends. Some of us are on the mountaintop, some of us are in the valley, and some of us are in between. Anyways, we're glad you're here, and we hope that you really, really enjoy your time with us this morning.
Hey, it's Reverend Mike here. I just wanted to stop for a moment before you get on with your day, and thank you so much for spending time with us this morning. It means the world to us, and I just wanted to let you know if there's anything that we can do to make your experience even better, please do not hesitate to reach out by going to our website. I also wanted to offer you the opportunity for us to get together and sit down so I could get to know you a little bit better and answer any questions that you have. I can either do that by either getting together in person, have a cup of coffee, or we can meet online via Zoom. If you're interested, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can reach me at michael@courage2thrive.com. And lastly, if you find these messages are helping you, we would be tremendously grateful if you'd consider donating to the center. The best and the easiest way to do that is simple. Just go to our website. Again, thank you so much. Hope you have a great day. Hope you're doing well. God bless, and we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye now.